Welcome to miniatures.de, your military miniatures magazine. In this issue, we are going to take a look at the Roskopf 1:100 scale PT-76B Amphibious light tank. The amphibious light tank was introduced into the Soviet Army in 1951, and what we're looking at here is the 1957 version, which is distinguished from the earlier version by the double baffle muzzle brake introduced on this particular vehicle. The PT-76B is armed with the 76.2mm D55T tank gun, a 77.62mm SGMT Goyunov or PKT coaxial machine gun right here. The vehicle comes ready, cast and completely assembled. One has to remove a little bit of sprue and mold lines along the edges here, right here and here. This will be difficult to remove, so we're going to leave it in place. This is just very difficult to take off this piece of sprue right here. We removed the carpet rollers from underneath the vehicle and closed the holes with plastic taken from a yogurt cup. Then we went ahead and added handrails along the upper part of the turret, on both sides of the turret. These are made of 0.6mm piano wire, which is relatively difficult to work with, but very sturdy. We also added handrails on either side of the hull to allow the crew to climb the vehicle and get into the turret. One mistake that Roskopf made with this vehicle, they gave the PT-76 two machine guns, which is a mistake. Perhaps this part right here was meant to represent the vision for the main gun, and it was cast as one part, which included the machine gun, which had to be used over here. But we need to remove the machine gun from this side, so we're going to go ahead and cut it right off. There we are, and just leave this semi-round portion as the gun sight. The actual machine gun on the right hand side of the main gun is a little bit too long. It might have to be cut back closely to right here, but then we would miss the muzzle brake, so we're going to leave it like this, at this length. Okay, having removed the port side PKT, now this vehicle looks more realistic. The grab rails were, like I said, they are piano wire. We had to drill holes into the side of the turret and then super glue the handrails into the turret. You can see they are extended all the way inside the turret and then glued on the inside. The plastic antenna this vehicle was originally equipped with is missing, but the antenna mount is big enough to hold a plastic bristle or a paintbrush bristle, more likely, to act as the new antenna. And it will look more realistic to use a paintbrush bristle, which is thinner than the original plastic bristle that was in here. This tank was obsolete as a medium tank. It sometimes was used as a medium tank, but turned out to be not adequately armored. But it was reactivated for the 22 Russian invasion of Ukraine, when there were plans to invade the Ukrainian coast, Black Sea coast. Some of these were taken out of mothballs and put back into the active Soviet naval infantry forces. The vehicle can be painted in green, dark green, or a variety of different 2- and 3-color camouflage schemes, including Syrian, Egyptian, and other multicolor, attractive camouflage schemes, which we will eventually try out on these vehicles. Thank you for watching. For more information, you're welcome to visit our website at miniatures.de.